Hey guys, this is Khan. Take a look. This is what is being sold right now, I guess as of this week. So now we're in DZ4. Let's take a look at what they have for sale.
I got everything.
Here's some performance mods. This is still level 31.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Khan and welcome to Behind the Scenes of My Life. In this video, I'm going to be doing things a little bit different and showing you guys what a part of what my day was like when I did my 100 weeks of the Division vendor reset. From when I woke up in the morning until, when I finished that video, I'm going to give you guys slices of what that was like. And yeah, you guys can see parts of my life and behind the scenes of what goes into making some of these videos. I know a lot of people are curious about what YouTubers and streamers do before you actually see the content, and I hope that this gives you a little taste of what it's like to do that kind of stuff, and hopefully I can do more of that kind of stuff with the channel. If you enjoy, let me know.
It's episode 100 for the vendor resets for the Division, and that might not seem like a lot to some people, but for me it's a pretty big milestone, since the vendor resets were kind of one of those things that I did for a while, and I mean 100 weeks is a lot. I'm just kind of waking up, so I'm pretty messed up. I look sleepy, I look tired. And the other thing is, right now the pollen is really crazy, so my allergies are going nuts, which is why my voice is probably a little more nasally than usual. My eyes are a little bit more saggy than usual. But I'm getting up, waking up, doing the usual things that I need to do. Brush my teeth. Time to take out this recyclable garbage. Man, it's bright today. But today is March the 3rd. The vendor reset usually starts around 9 a.m. and I still have to eat breakfast because I think most of the people who know me know that I usually forget to eat a lot of times, but here we are, and I'm guessing somebody's about to come down in this elevator. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but yeah, hopefully we can get something to eat and get started. Alright, it's 9 o'clock. The vendor reset is probably live right now, but it's time for breakfast. It's time to eat some broccoli soup, broccoli salad, soup. Eat your vegetables. Got some egg in this. I got a sandwich. A little 7-Eleven sandwich. It's pretty good. Like a cream cheese and bacon sandwich. It's pretty good.
I love it.
Hero's favorite sandwich. Hero don't want to be on camera. It's really weird to think about 100 weeks of the Division. What do you think, 100 weeks?
It's long. Amazing.
You keep doing it.
Well, Still doing it. This is good. Thank you. Alright, breakfast is done. Time to get to work. Go to the man cave. The secret man cave. Alright, I don't have any lights on in here. It's 9:30. 9:32. It's kind of hard, like trying to shoot all of this, and then I gotta make a video. So this is the first time I'm doing something like this. So I hope you guys appreciate this. I hope you appreciate this. All right, so right now I'm in my setup process, and this is the part where, and I'll cut to something on screen so you guys can see. What I do is I capture my footage in one folder, my OBS folder, which is in this top right section, and then under here in the bottom I'll make a new folder. So today is the 3rd, so I'll go to this bottom folder, make a GLG folder, and then from the last week I usually just kind of not really copy, but I make a bunch of folders related to the sections that are going to be in it. So we got our couple folders, and then yeah, then that's pretty much done. So then the next thing I'll do is try to find one of the old GLGs with Notepad. I'll keep my sections, so my attachments, my gear, and then I'll save it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I set all of this up. I have one folder here with my video clips that are going to end up coming here when I record. So this one right here is the recording of the screen. Then I'll do another video. I'll place all of my videos in the appropriate folder so that I can get through it, so that when I edit, if I'm gonna do my attachments, then I just go straight to the attachment folder, import that, dump it in there, and then clean it up a little bit. So it's much faster that way. I'm trying to save time, trying to save as much time as possible when I do this, so that I can get it out. And right now it is 9:45, so yeah, stuff needs to kind of get going, and it's gonna be that. So why don't we get started and putting this stuff together, and then, you know, I'll chit chat with you guys in between some of the traveling and the loading screens. So let's do that. All right, so now I get to go over to the first vendor. Is the special equipment vendor. I usually start in the base. So looking at the special equipment vendor, we'll weed all of this stuff out. You guys can probably see a little bit of something. The mic is in the way, but you can kind of see the screen over there, and I got, you know, whatever up. So I'm just looking through this stuff, and then I'll try and find the 280 stuff, see what kind of talents are on it, and then just kind of break it down. And then any of the honorable mention type stuff, or the stuff that I think people might be interested in. And looking at this really quickly, the only thing I see is this rugged mini reflex sight, which is really good. 6.5% crit chance, 5.5 headshot damage, 4% damage, crit damage. So off the bat, that's what I see. That looks good. Everything else looks okay. Rapid chest piece, it's 280. I could throw it in the honorable mentions. Lone Star Mask 285, but still, you know, honorable mentions, I guess, if people are interested in that. And then there's a Scar H with pretty bad talents, so I might just leave that out or throw that in the honorable mentions. But it really doesn't seem like there's too much here for this week. So if there's a case where there isn't really a lot going on, I might just write stuff in the heads up section, and then just move on to the next vendor, and then try to get through it, because there's a lot of vendors to go through every day. So, well, not every day, but every time we do it. So let's just get started and go run through some of these vendors, and try to get through this as quick as possible so that I can get the video out and done. A lot of people don't really know what goes into making these videos, so you never know
what people are looking for. People watch the videos and then they think, oh, well, you know, that's easy, and you know, it's not really super difficult if you know what you're doing, but it's just time consuming. It really takes a lot of time. Now moving on, I got this mini reflex sight. So this is something I would actually kind of talk about. So we'll write that down in the actual section up top. Rugged mini reflex sight, 6.5 CHC, 5.5 HSD, 4% CHD. Alright, so with something like this, it's something that I would actually talk about. So I guess we can, I'll give you a sample of what it's like to record one of these, and then yeah, we'll get started. So I'll record this and then we'll keep it moving. We'll move on to the next vendor. So let me get my mic ready, situate this, and then we've got everything set up. So all I really need to do is get to recording. Alright, let's do this. It's gonna be my first time doing this on camera in front of people, so let's have at it.
Starting off this week at the special equipment vendor, we have the Rugged Mini Reflex sight. Now this sight is a pretty good sight. It comes with 6.5% critical hit chance, 5.5 headshot damage, and 4% critical hit damage. If you need to get one of these, go over to the base of operations and go into the special equipment vendor and check it out. It will cost you 200 Phoenix credits, but it may be worth it depending on your build and depending on if you have one of these or not.
And that's pretty much it. That's one. So let's move on over to the advanced weaponry vendor. To save time, you do always have to think about saving time, because if a video is like really long, like way too long, nobody's gonna watch it. Some people will, but the majority of people don't want to even be bothered. So it's almost like the rule is the shorter the better. But I don't like skimping on too much stuff. Like, I'd rather give you a bunch of info in the description than not give you anything at all. I guess I can put the Omega rifle suppressor in the heads up, although I don't really want to because it's only 16% headshot damage. It's kind of low, but I can always, the good thing is, until I publish it, nobody knows. So I could write this down, put it in the heads up section, and then if I find something better throughout the day, then I could just erase the old stuff and then just put the best in there if it has better stats. Alright, so now let's pop a little video up. I am about to go into the dark zone. It is now 12:33. I've run around to all of the vendors. I've checked what they've had. I've typed up a bunch of stuff. It wasn't that much in the dark zone, but there was a lot in the light zone with those vendors. So all of that stuff is kind of in there now. So now I need to just run basically from DZ2 all the way up to DZ9 and take a stop at all of the vendors along the way and see what's going on. There isn't anything at the first vendor, so hopefully this will be nice and quick. Sometimes you'll have rogues running around doing all kinds of stuff. Sometimes you'll have NPCs just kind of being NPCs, but hopefully it won't be too much going on here and I can get from point A to point B. Really, DZ2 rarely has anything worth talking about, and this week it really doesn't. So right after this I can hurry up and go up to DZ3, where there may be some weapons that people want, but for the most part a lot of the gear stuff people aren't really interested in because it's not classified. So the gear stuff I almost feel like can be left out, but I still go anyway because I don't know if it will be that much shorter. I mean, I'm sure I could save a little bit of time, but yeah, it's just worth it to just go through it and be thorough. Like, I like to be thorough about stuff. I don't want to half-ass it, and then, you know, people end up going, hey man, you missed this, and then I look stupid. So running from one to the next is not that bad, and now I'm just running from 2 to 3. 4 sometimes has some okay mods. There's only 2 mods being sold there, which is kind of weak. Back in the day when that was the only place to get your mods, you know, DZ4 was a great place to go. But now that the mods and the blueprints for the mods are in the base, it's pretty weak. Like, there's quite a few of these vendors that I think they need to do something with, because they're kind of pointless and they really don't offer that much. So looking at DZ3, the pistol is really nice. It's not bad. That's a pretty decent pistol, and that's about it. So I'm going to, I guess I'll put this in the video. So I will move around and try to move up from here to DZ9. If there's anything I can think of that's worth talking about, then I'll do that. And then if not, then we'll get to the intro, outro, and how I set up the last couple parts of the video. And right now, as I said, it's 12:36, so I'm gonna guess I'll probably start getting done around 1 something. So I'll see you guys around 1 o'clock. Now it is 1:17, a little bit over. Trying to get some extra B-roll, get a little bit of B-roll. There really wasn't a whole lot this week. It's kind of sad. I was really hoping that, you know, for the 100th episode there'd be some God roll stuff, but really and truly there wasn't. So I'm just gonna have to get in here and knock this out real quick. The edit shouldn't take long. I'd say probably the edit I should be done in about 30 minutes. Let me edit. The edits are done. The only thing I need to do is throw together the intro and put together the outro, and that is what I'm gonna go and do now. Alright guys, that is it for this week's episode 100 of Good or Garbage. I got that in one shot. That was alright. Hey. Alright, so now I gotta do the intro, and then that's it. Then I can start rendering it out, and it is now 1:50. So hopefully I can get this and start rendering it. Hopefully I can get done editing it and knock this beginning out in about 10 minutes, which should be easy to do. Knock that out and then get to rendering, and then maybe this will be done with the render. I say probably around 2:15 or so. It usually takes about 15-20 minutes with my machine to edit this out, but this is a pretty short video. It's about 10 minutes, so it shouldn't even take that long. So it'll probably be really fast. And then after I get done with all of that, start getting ready for today's stream. So it's busy from beginning to end, and yeah, that's pretty much, I think that'll pretty much do it for this. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Come.